Which couples of zodiac signs are like fireworks together? There are couples whose energy attracts the eye. They are like fire and spark, storm and calm at the same time. When these zodiac signs connect, the universe seems to light a salute. Passion, magnetism, crazy attraction and powerful compatibility manifest themselves instantly. This is not just attraction. This is the alchemy of souls. When two people merge in streams of power, emotions and attraction, from which it is impossible to tear yourself away. In this video, you will find out which signs create such fireworks, unions that can inspire, delight and sometimes even destroy everything around, but never leave you indifferent. These couples are not about quiet happiness, they are about a real energy explosion. If you want to understand whether this kind of union is right for you, or find out why you and your partner are so drawn and at the same time quarrel, stay until the end. Subscribe to the channel if you are close to esotericism and you want to understand the deep connections between people, and not just read banal horoscopes. And write in the comments, have you ever had such a couple, like fireworks? Let's check how accurately this magic works. Aries and Leo. When Aries and Leo meet, the space around them seems to vibrate. This is not a relationship. This is a clash of two elements that have no pause between words and actions. Each of them is a leader in their own way, and neither is ready to give in. But this is where the explosion is born. Their energy is incompatible with routine. They need movement, scenes, challenges and victories. Aries admires Leo's scale. Leo respects Aries' courage. They do not need to look closely for long, they immediately act, and immediately to the fullest. There is no boredom in this union. They charge each other like batteries. An argument that would become a scandal for others turns into a source of excitement for them. They like to play for strength. They like that their partner is not weak. There is no falsehood in this couple. Everything is direct, bright, with fire. But the main thing is that neither of them leaves. Even after storms, they return, because no one gives better energy. The secret of their compatibility is in the same degree of passion. They do not need compromises in the classical sense. They do not seek peace. They are looking for someone who will not be afraid of intensity. And they find it in each other. In bed, they are not just compatible, they are dangerous for silence. Their relationship is built on reaction, on instant understanding and the desire to act now. In life, they achieve a lot. Aries moves, Leo asserts. One generates, the other implements. If they work in a team, the result is always loud. They do not envy the success of their partner, they strive to overtake, and this is where both find pleasure. Envy is impossible in this couple, because it is replaced by admiration. But if one of them tries to suppress the other, everything collapses. This couple is based on equality of power, and if it is maintained, it is a fireworks display without end. Their love is not romance in the usual sense. It is a storm from which it is impossible to tear yourself away. They can argue, shout, leave, but they come back again, because there is simply no analog of such intensity. Gemini and Aquarius. The connection between Gemini and Aquarius cannot be explained by logic. Their dialogue begins from the first second. It is not about feelings, it is about the contact of minds. They are connected not by the body, but by an idea. They both live not in the present, but in the future. They are not interested in discussing what someone ate for breakfast. From the first minute they talk about concepts, theories, travel, possibilities. And all this is accompanied by sparks, laughter and constant movement. Gemini brings lightness to the relationship. Aquarius, depth. Together they create a unique atmosphere where you can be anything. No restrictions, no rules, no heavy moral framework. This is a couple that can start with a conversation about artificial intelligence and end up running away to a concert in another city in the middle of the night. They like to break patterns. They feel each other with a half word. The intimate life of this couple is a continuation of the intellectual dance. For them, excitement begins in the head. They can discuss fantasies for hours, make plans, try something new. Their connection is never boring or standard. Each time it is improvisation, play, audacity. If someone tries to understand them from the outside, it is impossible. Their interaction is illogical, but stable. They may not see each other for weeks, but the moment of meeting brings everything back to its place. They do not need proof of love, they work on feelings. Freedom in this couple is a basic value, and when it is observed, nothing collapses. Their fireworks are an explosion of ideas. They can come up with a business, a project, a change of country together. It is important for them to move, change, expand horizons. In this couple, no one keeps the other on a short leash. There is no control here, only inspiration. They are not competitors, not saviors and not lovers in the classical sense. They are co-authors of their reality, and this connection is based not on feelings, but on flight. Scorpio and Cancer. When Scorpio and Cancer meet in a relationship, a chemical reaction begins that is impossible to avoid. They are not similar, but they have one thing in common: depth. This is not a superficial couple. Here, everything is at the level of instincts, emotions, feelings that cannot be expressed in words. Cancer gives Scorpio what no one else gives: absolute acceptance. And Scorpio gives Cancer what he has been looking for all his life: security. Their contact begins with silence. They do not speak, they feel. In this union, there is no empty talk. Every look is significant. Every touch is like an oath. They slowly get closer, but if this happens, it is impossible to break. Their affection is stronger than logic, stronger than circumstances, stronger even than love in the usual sense. This is a tandem in which one being feels the other at the cellular level. Scorpio brings strength, Cancer, care. Together they create something that cannot be destroyed. They support each other not in words, but in actions. In crisis, by each other. In joy, by each other. They do not require reports. They simply exist, and that is enough. The union may seem closed, even difficult for outsiders. But inside, absolute harmony. The sexual connection of this couple is an explosion without pathos. There is no theater here, there is a real fusion. Scorpio reveals the sensuality of Cancer. Cancer opens the soul of Scorpio. This is not about passion for one evening. It is about contact that is impossible to forget. Even after a breakup, this couple remains in memory as the most powerful experience. They can be different in appearance, have different goals, pace, interests. But the emotional depth unites them forever. Their fireworks are in silence, in depth, in absolute honesty. This is a union where there is no game, only truth, only strength, only a feeling that does not need explanations. They are like flame and water that do not go out, but feed each other. Scorpio and Pisces. Scorpio comes into contact with Pisces not through words, but through feeling. He does not need to explain why he feels anxiety in the midst of silent peace. A glance is enough for him to understand. There is someone nearby who breathes in the same rhythm. Pisces do not cause a storm in him, but an explosion. Something rises from the bottom. All deeply hidden feelings, long forgotten fears, unlived desires, everything emerges, because Pisces are not afraid to look deep. And Scorpio, who is used to controlling emotions, finds himself disarmed. But not broken, but liberated. Scorpio gets from Pisces what he could not beg from others: acceptance without analysis. His contradictions, darkness, need for absolute devotion, all this does not cause fear in Pisces. On the contrary, they recognize a familiar density in it. They are used to navigating difficult waters, and for the first time, Scorpio does not feel too harsh or too demanding. This creates a unique unity. They do not fight each other, but experience the dissolution of boundaries. Their fusion is not an act of passion. It is a clash of two dense inner worlds, each of which recognizes something familiar, but forgotten, in the other. This couple resembles a synchronized movement. They can be silent, and at the same time experience the most intense communication. A special field is created inside, where no explanations are needed. Pisces awakens a softness in Scorpio that he hides even from himself. And Scorpio returns a sense of security to Pisces, giving him an anchor in moments when everything seems shaky. But this connection is not about peace. There is a spark between them. Their energy is not balanced. It heats up. Pisces begin to take risks, going beyond their habits. Scorpio loses armor, daring to trust. It's as if they challenge each other to an internal duel, where no one loses. Because each becomes deeper, purer, stronger. They don't complement each other. They raise each other to a new level. Their union is not about compromise. It's about accepting unpredictability. Today, fusion. Tomorrow, detachment. But there is power in this rhythm. They know how to come back, because they are connected not by logic, but by depth. They both feel that they have chosen not just a couple, they have chosen a mirror that reflects their essence. And this makes them inseparable on a level that is not subject to external influence. Taurus and Libra. Taurus is not looking for noisy unions. Stability, reality, and specificity are important to him. But when he encounters Libra, the usual patterns fail. Libra is not just lightness. This is the force that enters Taurus's space and changes everything without destroying. From the first moments, he feels, in front of him is not just a partner, but a catalyst. Someone who will not argue, but will change. Someone who will not press, but will not allow to remain the same. Libra enters Taurus's world like a dance, smoothly, unobtrusively, but confidently. Where Taurus builds, Libra decorates. Where Taurus is stable, Libra brings movement. This couple does not destroy the foundations, it opens up new horizons. Taurus, accustomed to calm, suddenly feels the taste of novelty. Not because Libra demands change, but because it becomes interesting with them. Every day is a little different. Every decision is slightly shifted. Libra makes the familiar exciting, and for the first time, Taurus is not afraid of change. In return, he gives Libra what they lack: support. Their dreams, hesitations, doubts receive a solid structure in Taurus. They stop rushing about. Clarity appears next to him. Libra feels heard, because Taurus does not listen, he absorbs. His silence gives Libra the opportunity to open up without feeling pressure. And this gives birth to deep intimacy. There is no struggle between them, but agreement. They create a space where both grow. Taurus learns to be flexible. Libra, stable. And their fireworks are not a flash of passion, but a stable fire that lights up every day. They do not need violent conflicts for emotions. They enjoy their shared life, the little things, the looks that carry meaning. But this does not mean boredom. Their contact is full of sparks. Libra awakens in Taurus the desire to take risks, to do what he has been putting off. And Taurus helps Libra believe in himself, in his ideas, in his beauty. Together they become a team, where everyone is strong, but even stronger next to the other. And in this union there is no struggle for leadership. There is a desire to be together, because it is better this way. It is deeper, it is more honest. Taurus and Libra do not explode with passion, they glow with agreement. This is not a union of contrasts, but a union of mutual reinforcement. And this makes them more than just a couple. They become a system in which there is nothing superfluous, where every element matters, where everything works, because it is created not out of fear of being alone, but out of a sincere desire to be together.